All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, October 25th, and we got game number 2 of the World Series to dive into in today's video. Like we always do, guys, I'm going to break this game down. I'll give you my prediction on the side. I'll give you my prediction on the total. We'll talk about any other plays like player props that we like within the game as well. But as always, make sure to keep an eye down on the pinned comment of this video. That's where you'll find all of my final plays, so I'm actually rolling with myself. If that does interest you, it's absolutely free down in the pinned comment. Now, in terms of how we did in game number 1, just a quarter unit play on Freddie Freeman over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, and that does not come through. The World Series is going to be tough, and you're going to see a lot of quarter unit plays and that type of thing because the lines and market they're just so efficient, right? So be conservative if you are still betting baseball and everything like that. But let's see if we can do a little bit better today, guys. Before we do dive into the game, I want to talk to you about Epic Fantasy. If you've not tried Epic out yet, go ahead and do yourself a favor and sign up today. That link will be down below in the description as well as the pinned comment. You can also get a first deposit match up to $50. And I keep telling you guys, one of the best things that they've done is introduce the web version, not just on the phone anymore. This thing is so damn clean, easy to read. You can search players. You can go through each and every sport. Really, really good stuff. And the most unique thing that Epic's doing is the Fatum section. You can come in here and say, okay, David C81, I don't like your plays. I mean, they're all esports, so I don't really know much about it. But actually, no, this looks like it's potentially UFC, correct? Either way, if I didn't like the play, I could fade it, right? And all I need is one of these to come through, and it would cash for me. So you can fade other users' entries. Finally, on an app, you can be the house. They also have better payouts and better multipliers and everything like that than a lot of the other competitors out there. So go ahead and check it out, guys. That link, again, will be down below in the description, as well as the pinned comment. Make sure you use code GUYBOSTON. Let's dive into this one. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Toronto takes game number 1. I say it with a smile on my face. I mean, yesterday our leans were Freddie Freeman, the over, and the Dodgers, right? All we actually ended up rolling with as a final play was that Freddie Freeman spot. But like I told you yesterday, I am like rooting for the Toronto Blue Jays because they are the underdog team and everything like that, right? So I'm not going to get mad whenever they win. Now, whether or not when we break it down and analyze it, do we think they're going to and all that is a different question, right? Now, on the mound today is going to be Gausman for Toronto going up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Now, Gausman has looked okay. I would say okay in the playoffs. 5 2/3, 1 earned against the Yankees, against Seattle. 2 of those games he pitched pretty well. I do have some concerns that this Dodgers lineup has got to him to some degree in the past. 261 expected batting average against, nearly a 500 expected slugging, expected WOBA of 356. So that could be a little bit of a concern, but I think that he's good enough to keep Toronto in there as long as the offense continues to produce, right? On the other side of things, Yamamoto, I do like the idea of his pitch mix today. That fastball might be the only thing that I'm concerned with, but the curve, the cutter, the sinker, even the splitter for that matter, I do think can be pretty good against the Toronto squad. They've only seen him he's only seen anyone on this team 4 different times. I believe it's like Ty France and then IFK in terms of the 2 guys, and they both saw him twice. So no big bats have even seen Yamamoto before, which as a crafty pitcher, I think that gives him a big edge. I like the idea of the Dodgers in this one, just like yesterday, and the reason is still fairly similar. I do think that they are the better team. Now, they put up 4 runs yesterday. That's usually pretty good in a World Series game, right? But Toronto went out there and said, hey, we'll give you 11. And it kind of happened like we thought, right? Like late in the game is when it happened. I mean, you did allow, I think Snell only pitched 5 innings and allowed, like 4 or 5, right? But then they scored 9 runs in that 6th inning. So I do think that the same exact thing can happen. And like I told you yesterday, if you're betting Toronto, if you like Toronto, you want to get to that bullpen. That's the thing, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that again today, but I still do think that, Dodgers not this one up. So I'm going to lean Dodgers in terms of the money line play, but yeah, I still don't mind the over. Even with 2 good pitchers on the mound, I think that this could be a spot in which, yeah, the pitchers are really good, but we can probably still get to the bullpens overall. And I hate to say it because, again, kind of rooting for Toronto, but that is the weakness and the Achilles heel of this Dodgers squad. From a player prop perspective, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman are 2 names that I'm looking at today in terms of being able to go out there and hit Kevin Gausman's pitches fairly well. Now, Will Smith, you know, we're going to see the fastball and splitter. 6.6 runs above average against the fastball, 2.7 runs above average against the splitter in the last 30 days. 30 days. I do think that those are good numbers, but Freddie Freeman, I feel like we missed the opportunity yesterday. Obviously, Trey Savage throws the splitter, and Freddie Freeman still has a crazy runs above average rating against the splitter. Well, Kevin Gausman throws the splitter as well, so I do like the idea of Freeman getting us back on track, so maybe that's a player prop that we look at as well. Against that splitter, Freeman so far this year against righty splitters, I should specify, a 474 batting average, 553 WOBA, a slugging of nearly 900, and an isolated power of 421. It's also his second lowest strikeout pitch, so I do like the idea that Gausman throws. I do like the idea of Freeman today. My concern is that it's a Kevin Gausman splitter, and if you guys aren't aware, Kevin Gausman throws a mean splitter against lefty bats, which Freeman is, right? That splitter is thrown 40% of the time, which is a high amount. I think that's more than when he throws it against righties. 199 WOBA, a slugging of just 248, and an ISO of 70. So, yeah, it could be, you know, the battle of two Goliaths here. Freddie Freeman hits the splitter really, really well, but Gausman throws one of the better splitters. So we'll see who comes out on top there. I still do like the idea of the over simply because I feel like we're getting a really good hitter in a good situation for a pretty good price tag, right? Right now, the over for him to go out there and hit this is -105, nearly even. Now, he hasn't done it in 4 games, I get it, but, you know, on the season, he did hit this in 51% of games. I think it got a little bit better against righties and righties on the road. I don't have that, so don't hold me to it, but I just like the situation for Freddie Freeman. We did mention, obviously, Will Smith, right? His numbers aren't exactly all that great this season in terms of, you know, versus the splitter. And yes, I'm focusing on the splitter. I think that is the pitch to focus on here. But overall, in the last, 30 days, like I said, got a little bit better. But the biggest thing here is that Gausman throws the splitter, and I was right, a little bit less against righties. Will Smith's going to be obviously batting righty, so I do think that this could be a spot in which he sees more fastballs, which is definitely a pitch that he hits even better. So both those guys, I don't mind. Maybe we even look at, instead of hits, runs, and RBIs, we can kind of look at the idea of a hit parlay or something like that between them, you know what I mean? So he did hit a fastball off Savage yesterday, right? I think this could be a decent enough spot here. So yeah, guys, quick one. Obviously, with these games being just one game, these MLB videos to close out the year will be a little bit shorter, but that is going to wrap it up for today. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment 8 if you made it this far in the video. And just to recap, I do like the Dodgers, still leaning towards the over, and then Will Smith and Freddie Freeman are 2 spots that I'm really liking on the side of the Dodgers offensively. Don't really have much from the Toronto side of things. I think that, Yoshinobu Yamamoto could pitch fairly well. Obviously, this Toronto team is cruising right now. So again, I'm not trying to talk anyone off the cliff. If you guys have a play that you like or something like that, by all means, do not let me talk you out of it. But guys, it's going to wrap it up for today's show. We'll catch you guys in at the next one, all right? Peace out.